Hi guys, this is the reading for February 20, February 16th to February 22nd. I have to use a new camera. I have a whole new setting. The week was crazy for me. And as you notice, my face isn't showing because I look hideous. So I'm just going to show the cards. So forgive me. And also, we use the Archangel Michael deck, the jumping deck, the jumping cards, and we also used the Angel Therapy deck, the jumping cards. So I'll just show you the cards and then we'll discuss what it possibly means for you. The first card we got was Admit the Truth to Yourself and Act Accordingly. And the corresponding card we got was Crown Chakra. And it says, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. And the Lord Michael prayer says, I can't read this backwards, so I apologize. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can lovingly be honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me the courage and strength. So there's a couple of things. It sounds like Valentine's Day and the week leading up to it may not have gone quite as well as you had hoped. It sounds like there may have been some surprises. Maybe there were some misinterpreted feelings on both sides. If that is the case, what they're saying is just admit, what had happened, that you had done the best you can, and that this is how the person feels, and move forward. This part of the card means that you actually have an idea of how to proceed and to pay attention to it. You've actually asked, you've made some prayers, and they've given you some direction as to what to do or what the real truth of the situation is or what the real truth for you is. And so to honor that, that's really kind of the message here. The other thing too is I want to point out, they're showing you the moon in that picture. They're showing a white building and then water. So there's a couple of things about that. If you guys could pray at night, I know at night it's really hard because you're tired, but if you could do so at night and light a candle for this particular week, if you could just light a candle while you're meditating and see if you can get any images while you stare at the flame, it might be particularly helpful for this particular week. The other thing is to visit temples. That was the white building. That's the reference that I'm getting. They're just pointing that out to me is any sacred places. If you can go to temples or any churches and just go sit and meditate or pray, or any sacred gardens, they're also suggesting that would be special. Here in Encinitas, we have a beautiful garden made by Paramahansa Yogananda. I'm spacing on the name right now, but it's just absolutely gorgeous, and a lot of people go there just to sit and meditate. And the last thing is the water. If you want to go near the beach or possibly a lake, that might be a great idea to get some ideas. The last thing too is, if I know it's freezing out and there's a lot of rain right now in the weather, if you could just drink as much of water as possible and bless your water. That's a key idea, because what happens is when you get the water, you're not so dehydrated, you're not so tired, and it's easier for you to think clearly. That's the message here. In the middle of the week, it's two things. It's detach from your situation, and it shows Lord Michael with the sword, and it says, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowledge and peace that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. And of course, it's you are profoundly clairvoyant with a loving angel staring at a ball and seeing all sorts of visions. And it says, trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as in your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. And so there's a couple of things. If you can completely detach from the situation, if you really stay clear and just kind of ask them to cut your cords and just help you stay, it's almost like you have to basically say, help me detach from drama, help me just stay loving and positive, and help me see the bigger picture, they'll help you do that. And the last thing too is to just ask them to be more courageous. Ask them to feel you. You notice the light. Ask them to to fill you up with light and to help you to make all your places light filled, to help you show the clarity of the situation, to help you understand what the next step is. I kept telling a lot of you to ask them to show you the next step of your life. Set that intention before you go to sleep. I really encourage you to do so. Even if you don't get a distinct answer that night, if you wake up feeling good, that means that good things are coming. If you wake up feeling bad, that means that there might be something that's possibly that you've been ignoring, or that's something that's coming to you, and you do know, but you haven't quite admitted it to yourself. There's some meanings there, so pay attention to how you feel when you wake up first thing in the morning, and see if you can remember the dreams. See if the dreams are leading you to some clues about what is going on. Okay. And that's where this part comes in, that you're profoundly clairvoyant, because some people, when they start meditating, their dreams start becoming very vivid, and they get lots of information. I apologize for the camera, you guys. This is totally brand new to me, so I'm just learning the system myself. Um, so just make sure that you're paying attention to any fleeting images you get. If you're drawing and you just notice that you're drawing certain things repeatedly, pay attention to that and see if there's some symbolism. Just kind of pay attention to all the physical signs. That's really kind of the message I'm getting. And if you think you can't see, if you have constantly been hard on yourself and said, "Oh, I can't really see anything," just keep telling yourself, "I can see. It's safe for me to see my future. It's safe for me to see the love of the angels and the love of my life, the loving details of the world." Just repeat that. Just ask the angels to help clear your eyesight. The last part of the week, and this really, it's just so funny. You created this situation, you have the power to change it. And the prayer goes, "Thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and healings for everyone involved." And the corresponding card is singing and dancing. And the card basically refers to the fact that you can awaken your psychic senses or your intuition and your magical power through magic and movement. So the more you exercise and the more you are in tune with your body and are doing yoga and exercise and are aware of your muscles and are paying attention to the signs that your muscles are giving you, you will be much more in tune with your intuition. This had come up before in a different way with a different deck. If you notice, we're getting the same message. With this message, it's basically saying some of you had set up a certain thing for this week. Some of you set up a certain situation with somebody. Some of you put a certain expectation on somebody that may not have been able to live up to it. It's not so much to blame yourself. It's not so much, I'm not so much criticizing you. The angels aren't criticizing you. They're just saying that certain things can get fixed. This is not all referring to romantic issues either. Some of you have put yourself in certain positions job-wise as well. Some of you have basically not listened to the angels and quit a very good job and tried to do something that was possibly creative, and are struggling a bit. And what they're saying to me is, why didn't they do something practical at the same time while they were waiting for the creative avenues to open up, or for them to build? I mean, part of the issue is you have to give yourself some time to let the energy flow for your divine artistry. And sometimes what that takes is just a little patience of doing something that's more menial and boring, but then you can serve the divine, or you can serve your creativity and doing that as well. It just means that you're going to be very, very busy. And it's hard because this is a new way of being. I mean, you definitely can't be lazy, and the angels are saying that that's really not going to be okay if you're wanting this big dream of yours. But they just, the sense I'm getting is that they're just gently saying to us, and not in a harsh way, but in a loving way, you know, it's not the end of the world. This is fixable. Your career is fixable. The situation, your harsh words with somebody is fixable. Your love life, all can just come together. Um, I noticed that last week when I made the message about the sexuality, a bunch of people had just dropped off, and that's fine. I mean, apparently, I think I struck a real chord, and some people were very hurt, and I think they dropped off. But, quite frankly, the message had to be said. It was very painfully clear, and I would rather caution someone with love and compassion and save somebody from some heartache and risk that. than do a popularity contest. I realize YouTube has become a popularity contest with some people and some channels, but this channel is about loving education, teaching, giving you angel guidance, angel steps, and hopefully helping you with the next step of us, ascending and creating this new earth that's supposed to be so spiritual and so helpful. And so I may say things that may not be so popular, and I pray that you understand that, and I pray that you forgive me and that you understand I mean it with all due respect and due love. So, with that loving thought, I will wish you the best. I will wish that you guys have a happy week. The angels are praying and asking for love and blessings for all of you and are supporting you. I am praying for your health and happiness. All of the angels, the archangels, God, the goddesses, the ascended masters, your family is supporting you. Mother Earth is supporting you. Um, I just picture all this light being flooded to all of you, all this pink loving energy is just surrounding us. And if you can just feel that and tune into that, some of the pain and some of the sorrow will just fall away instantly. And if you ask them to bring in the new and bring in the new energy in you, you're going to see some new beautiful things. Incidentally, I want to mention one more thing. I saw Doreen's reading and I saw how she did a healing with the angels and Archangel Jeremiah. What was so interesting was the same day, a couple of hours before, I had done the same thing personally for myself, just using all the archangels. And what I had said was, and I'll just repeat their prayer. I'm going to put that on the cards. I basically said, Dear God and angels, I ask that you clear my chakras. I ask that you clear my energy and the space around me. And I ask that you fill this void with loving white, purple, lilac, gold, silver, green, yellow, gold, orange, and red energy. And I ask that it be pure and of the highest and best vibration. And that it helps create the love life I so desire. It helps create true love within me, high self-esteem in all ways, and so I feel good about myself, and it shows in my actions, words, and speech. And I'm able to love others and show them the utmost compassion, and that I'm able to manifest at the highest and best level in all areas of my life. And I ask for my soulmate to come to me, and I ask for my angels to arrange this meeting and to help me know what to say, do, think, and prepare. Thank you and amen. And if you think there's anything I'm holding on to, take it away. I cut all cords. I let all fear go. And everything, I release all stress and fear, and it transforms into love and miracles. Anyway, I had said some sort of similar prayer, and I said some sort of similar meditation. I felt tremendously good, and it was so funny. She did the same thing with the Archangel Jeremiah, and I thought, wow, we're all on the same page. So have a good night, and I will see you guys next week.